One, we're live. Hey, everybody.
Oh,
What's up, everybody? This is Knotfest Wrestling. It's Tuesday. We're all back at home. We were just hanging out all weekend at the pay-per-view, and we were inspired today to rank them all after seeing such a great one live. How do you guys feel?
unbelievable. That was my first pay-per-view ever.
Of any event? Any kind?
Of any show ever. I've never been to any official pay-per-view for wrestling.
Wow.
Or anything. Wow. I've never been a part of any, not even Monster Trucks, all of them. Whatever. I don't know what else is pay-per-view.
Do you guys know
I've never been on HBO, so that no pay-per-view.
Do you know a second monster truck other than Gravedigger?
Gravedigger Jr.?
Gravedigger Jr., is that real?
I don't know.
In maybe in Mexico, there's a Gravedigger Jr.
El Hijo de Gravedigger.
Yeah. Anyway, Gravedigger aside, how you doing, Rob? Any of you guys sick too?
I'm not sick. I'm doing all right. My body handled it.
Good for you.
You sound a little hoarse, but you were way more active than we were. We were more old men. We're local.
I was going hard.
Slept in our own bed. Traveled. You went cross country. I'm doing good. This was actually my fourth AEW pay-per-view of the year, and my 10th overall AEW show of the year. So I'm very fortunate.
Wow.
Very obsessed. And so I have first person experience at some of these shows. So my rankings might be a little swayed because of that, but I don't think so. I think I was being very fair. I did a little cheating ahead of time. I prepared with my OCD.
Well, that's good. That'll help because we're gonna need our memories jogged a little bit. It's been some time. I have never rewatched an AEW pay-per-view.
I would say the ones that I go to, I will scan through them because I like to listen to the commentary a little bit, especially some of the moments that I remember being there live. But other than that, I don't. I typically, once the streaming era started, I stopped rewatching shows. Like if I rewatch something, it'll be something really old, like ECW or like an old WCW pay-per-view or Clash of the Champions,
or like King of the Ring 90.
Yeah. Like I love all the old stuff from when I was a kid, not recent stuff.
Agreed.
Although I've been wanting to rewatch the Omega versus Okada quadrilogy because I feel like that would be worthy. But that's a story for a different day.
I feel like that's an episode for a different day.
It is.
Quadrilogy.
Well, let's.
What's the four? Are we including the G? You include the G1 in there?
Yeah. That whole 2-year arc they had because it played into the story because it was the first win he got over Okada.
And they're like, the one-win Angel. It can do it if he can hit it.
Yeah,
that's right. You just gotta hit it.
It was so good.
Well, something we've got to hit is these AEW pay-per-views. Let's start ranking them. Thank you so much. We included All In on this list because it was the catalyst, correct?
Yes.
And also they own it now. It's their show.
Very
Would
true.
Fighter Fest and Fight for the Fallen count?
No, because those weren't pay-per-views in the States. We saw those for free.
I agree. Okay. I wouldn't count those either.
Yeah, I didn't understand what you meant by that, Jordan. And now that I looked at the list, I see that internationally those were just pay-per-views. So I get it. I didn't know that.
I think we're gonna count these early ones as shows Jon Moxley appeared on. Like he did not appear on those middle two. So I feel like he was like, these aren't real. These are not the real money.
So let's start with All In, guys. I'm just gonna put it here at first, and then we'll discuss it so we can go from there.
Right.
Obviously, none of this.
Can you go through our actual tier? System?
So here we have. You'll see we have GOAT.
Yes.
Salute. Thumbs up. Thumbs down. And middle finger.
Oh, okay. So I did this differently. I ranked them number wise.
This is S
I'll
A
give you that
B
at the end of the show.
Yeah, SABDF.
Yeah, no, a proper. We are on YouTube, baby. We're doing YouTuber shit.
Yeah, we gotta adapt. Okay.
Yeah, we're getting with the times.
So All In.
By times, I mean this is about a 5-year-old.
We gotta get with 2018, brother. Obviously, none of this happens or works without All In, so it's got to get its flowers there. Also, Rob Paspani filling in for Alicia today. We haven't even acknowledged that.
Yes,
Rob.
Shout out to Alicia Atout,
our girl
slightly
Alicia,
prettier than me. But I mean, I'm having a great.
What can you do? You know, yeah, you're
look
doing
at that.
good.
Honestly, incredible stuff.
Yeah,
Rob, good looking slab of man.
I will say, Rob, I'm seeing something in the back that I think I can help you with. We got to hide those cables from the TV to the soundbar.
Yeah, it's I really gave up just because I have the exposed brick, so I can't hide behind the brick. You know,
it's okay. Well, I'll get you a little thing you can stick right there, and the cable just slides between them. It looks real nice. I got you. Anyway,
I love it.
All In. We're going all in on this list, right?
I think All In is a goat. I mean, it's.
Wow.
I remember at the time how I felt when it was like they spent a year promoting it. They did such a great job with the social media marketing. Like first they would only put like title graphics of just what wrestler is appearing, and they had the entire non-WWE wrestling world was at the show. New Japan, they had luchadors, they had every US company represented, and I just remember being so excited about seeing a well-produced high-end show featuring all of my favorite indie wrestlers.
Do you think the show itself, like the card, the matches, represent the excitement that you felt? Like, do you think it worked?
I loved the show so much. I'm looking at the card right now, and
I am too.
And most of the matches are bangers here. SoCal Uncensored, Kazarian and Scorpio Sky defeated Briscoes. That was good. The over the top battle royal, which Flip Gordon won, allowing him a spot on the card, which was built up for a year.
Right.
That was great. That got a huge pop. Him eliminating Bully Ray. I don't even remember MJF versus Matt Cross. I don't know. Daniels versus Stephen Amell. I guess that was fine. And then it's so funny that Tessa Blanchard was on the show,
and that she was the biggest thing at the time. She was like the next big thing.
I mean, listen. Scandal acknowledged, which is a bit from another podcast I do. Scandal acknowledged. Tessa Blanchard. At this time, I was a huge Tessa Blanchard fan.
I was all in. No pun intended.
All in on Tessa Blanchard. She fucking rocked ass. She's like. In ring wise, what can you do? She whooped ass. To me, the card, I feel like even if you asked the people who put the show together, it didn't live up to what they wanted it to be. The moment is more important than the actual, like, for sure. It existing is more important than the actual thing.
But Omega versus Penta was great. Okada versus He Who Shall Not Be Named was very good. And the last match,
Scandal acknowledged.
Man, that one breaks my heart to think about.
Yeah.
Because just like what could have been.
Totally.
You're right though, because the final the match I was most looking forward to was the main event, which was the Golden Elite, Kota Ibushi and the Young Bucks against Bandito, Phoenix, and Rey Mysterio.
And
because the whole thing was so mistimed, they only had like 10 minutes, and they should have had like 30 minutes.
Yeah, 11:48. I see.
Insane. I have one more beef with this show, and it's and it's maybe just a me like no one agrees with me, but I feel like this Kenny Omega match with Penta was kind of the start of, you know, Penta not being treated as like a main event guy by like American promotions. And I don't like this is the first match where Penta breaks somebody's arm and they're just like, "Oh, I'm fine." Immediately.
Yeah, but but the symbolism here was like Penta's going against the biggest guy on like his show, kind of.
No, shouldn't have done that though. I
agree.
I feel like, well, because here's like Cody did it, everybody did it now. Like the second he did it, it was like, all right, this move is like now Penta, because of that, has no, even to this day, has like no discernible finisher.
Right.
Because Penta broke his arm and hit him with one of his driver things. So it's like his move. And at this time, Penta is AAA and Lucha Underground champion at the same time. Kenny's coming out with his New Japan belt. Penta comes out no belts. You know, they don't acknowledge it. And for me, just as a Penta
I think it's
guy,
because they didn't have the relationship yet.
Yeah, they could.
Totally.
That was like the politics.
No, of course. Of course I understand. And of course Kenny has to like win, but it inadvertently put a stank on Penta. Like Penta, in everything I had watched up to this point, like he's top guy.
Yeah, he's Kenny Omega everywhere else.
And to this day, he's still like he can't break that.
He's like upper mid card, yeah.
I would say
it did have that great Jericho moment though, right after, which was
unbelievable,
a true surprise that really kind of put everything over the top.
I would say let's agree on this. It's a GOAT level show in terms of importance, in terms of impact.
Totally.
It's a good show as a card.
Okay.
Or as and rewatching it.
Right. It's not quite GOAT, but it's a salute.
But we'll call it a salute.
Here's the thing. Matt Cross beat MJF already.
Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah. It's so funny to see that like Matt Cross was even.
It's been 3 years and a lot has changed.
Also, yeah, there's just a lot of you watch the show and there's like just moments where you're like, oh, that guy's canceled now, huh? Like, and it's
there was the Joey Ryan thing.
The Joey Ryan thing. There's just
which in the moment I was a fan of with the
I loved
Druids.
Loved it.
You hate to find out the dick joke is a little vicious.
It's real. Comes from a place of truth.
When the dick ain't a joke no more.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right.
That's the name of his biopic. When the dick ain't a joke no more.
There you go. Next up is Double or Nothing 2019.
Hey, this match has two of my favorite matches in AEW, which was Cody versus Dustin Rhodes.
Incredible.
The perfect sports entertainment match.
Yes.
I was so sports entertained.
Yes.
And like I even teared up honestly when he did that promo after where like I don't just need a tag team.
I was like borderline weeping.
I could not believe how much I was affected by that. Like it was also this point where I was so emotionally invested in both Cody's story and Dustin's story, and I am such a big fan of Dusty Rhodes, and I really like it was one of the most mournings I've done for a death was Dusty Rhodes. Like it really affected me, and I really sympathize with them. So this totally hit with me. And Young Bucks and the Lucha Brothers, my God.
Oh my God, a classic. They're one of their many classics. Adam Page winning the Battle Royale.
Incredible.
Kip Sabian beating Sammy Guevara in the first ever official AEW singles match. What?
Insane.
Crazy.
Kip Sabian. I forgot about Kip Sabian.
Yeah. And he's still wrestling there. And he forgot about him.
Yeah.
Big main event. Chris Jericho defeated Kenny Omega with the Judas Effect. I loved the way that they
remember this match.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Memory of it.
Jericho with the shock win. Because remember he was hyping up the Judas Effect with like his little promos he did at Batista's MMA gym.
Yeah, he
now
was like
yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Oh yeah. It was just like we were all shocked by it because it was like, all right, he's got to do a different finisher because like this was the start of Jericho is too old now conversations going into this entire match.
And so Kenny already beat him in New Japan, you know?
Yep.
I remember at the time kind of not caring about the match in the sense of like it felt like a repeat, like I wanted something new, but feeling that the match did deliver. And of course, the thing everyone remembers is what happened after the match. The surprise appearance by John Moxley. Yeah, which was great.
This
I
might
would
be
say
GOAT for me,
really.
dude. For the Cody match and the Young
Cody
Bucks and
matches.
Lucha Brothers, watching this, it really felt special, and I feel like the match quality delivered. Like, I thought
The Cody match
Paige,
is so fucking good.
the Cody match makes this entire event. It made the company feel like it was really something. Like until you watched Cody and Dustin Rhodes, it really solidifies like, oh, this is actual
I
WWE
think
competition.
So there are shows on here on this list where I remember every match and I can tell you all about them. I can describe things that happened to them.
Yep.
And to me, that's a GOAT.
Right.
I can't recall half of this. And looking at this now, if this same show happened now, like Kip Sabian, Sammy Guevara, SoCal Uncensored,
Was a pre-show
whom I
match.
love. That's true. Defeating Strong
So-
Hearts.
So seeing SEMA was fucking cool. SoCal were a big deal at the time. I loved seeing like Nyla Rose on a pay-per-view. That was fucking cool. The Awesome Kong reveal was really fun.
Yeah, that was
Kylie
awesome.
Ray was underrated.
Yeah.
She was gonna be the next like real Bailey at the time. Best Friends, like on a main show, fucking totally rocked. Hikaru this tag match was really fun. I think it's it was considered it's number 6 in a 9 match card.
Yeah, on a fucking AEW show.
Aja Kong on a show fucking kicked ass. The one thing we're talking about is that like Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega having a rematch couldn't live up to the two prior matches, which are two of the best AEW matches of all time. I think that, based on the quality of wrestlers they get later on, this is still
it's minimum a salute.
Minimum a
considering
salute. I would
again,
go GOAT with this.
You would go GOAT, Rob. What do you say?
I hear what you're saying, Colin, about like how some of these matches aren't memorable, and there are events coming up in the next few years where you really do remember.
If this is a GOAT, so then what are some of these other ones?
Yeah. So this is a salute.
I would say this is a salute that I would put above All In. So All In is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I do, but yeah, acknowledging that Cody and Dustin Rhodes is like in top 5.
If we were doing just matches, that's a GOAT.
Yes. If we broke this down by matches, we'd be here much longer. and that would be up there. Up next, we have All Out 2019.
All right. This one. Okay, so this was Jericho versus Hangman.
Yes.
Hangman,
which I feel like did not really deliver.
I agree.
But it had Luchas versus the Young Bucks in that ladder match, which that would be on the GOAT list for matches.
Yes, easily.
I remember that fucking match.
Escalera de la Muerte match.
I guess the only thing I remember about Cody versus Shawn Spears is that awful chair shot, which was completely unnecessary.
Which that was in the build, wasn't it? Yeah, this is the match. This is the blow off of that match. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so
that chair shot was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So
Rio versus Shida, I remember liking.
Yeah.
I don't remember Dark Order versus Best Friends.
Pac defeating Kenny was a big deal.
That was amazing. That was another really, really great match. Yeah,
but then they had a better one on Dynamite, right?
They sure did.
Yeah.
The Iron Man.
Yeah, they had that Iron Man. Yeah.
Jimmy Havoc defeating Darby Allin.
Psycho. Can you believe that?
And
Joey Janela in a 3-way Cracker Barrel clash match when they had Cracker Barrel as a sponsor for me.
In a world of upsetting, like wrestlers are. Here's the scandal acknowledged. Jimmy Havoc, whatever.
Scandal acknowledged is unbelievable, by the
way. Good.
Watch Al Bummer on Giant Bomb. So we got we're looking at a world of terrible haircuts. Like
Yeah.
there are a lot of bad wrestling haircuts. Jimmy Havoc, I think, is if we were doing a tier list of worst haircuts, GOAT
Takes the
is
cake.
Jimmy Havoc's hair.
Yeah. I'll go with that.
Unbelievably
I'll go
terrible.
with that. I would maybe say I remember being disappointed at about 60% of the results on this show.
I agree.
If this isn't at least I would maybe say thumbs down for All Out 2019.
I don't know. That ladder match, I would say it's a good. I would say it's a good. I don't know.
I think every match except for the ladder match is kind of just like, and Pac and Kenny. Everything else,
even the main event, it was one of those things where you knew Jericho had to win because he had to carry the TV show. You know,
agreed. It did give us that bubbly promo. This is the birth of the bubbly.
Oh God, yeah, the bubbly promo is an all-timer.
Yeah,
I pitched a television show based off of that.
Love it.
Well, I don't know. So you think it's a thumbs up?
I think.
What do you think? You're the deciding vote.
I might go thumbs down. It's not a middle finger, which we might have one of those, but I think it deserves. I'm going to say thumbs down, but we can revise it at the end.
Yeah,
because
I just don't think we're going to find.
There's one great match and one like borderline masterpiece with the ladder match.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the card, the other 80% is kind of forgettable.
It's interesting looking back at these shows how shallow the roster is. Because now it's very much the opposite problem. Back then it was like, I guess we got to get Dark Order on the show because we have no one else.
Yeah.
You know,
it still felt cool though. Like at the time, this felt huge to me.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's just because
it was just we were so hungry for an alternative. It's been the first time that it felt like, I feel with the last show, it felt like a natural revival and evolution of WCW and with like ECW.
Absolutely.
It was like a new thing, but like still felt familiar. And I'm sure a lot of that was because they literally hired the director of WCW Nitro to fucking do the show, Keith Mitchell. But yeah, I hear you. It was still very exciting, and we're only saying this in retrospect because we've been so spoiled by what's to come.
We've seen what they can do.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think at the time, like, why I would even why I would even fight for Double or Nothing, the first one, is like, even though the roster is not as stacked, like, there's people making arguments that the roster is too stacked now or whatever. Like,
which I don't think is valid because it just gives people time. I mean, when they don't know how to manage their current storylines, sure.
Yeah,
sure. But this is when the roster is
the problem. It's not the roster.
Exactly. A roster being loaded means guys can take time off, which is
great.
That's just conducive to better wrestling.
Yeah, I completely agree. But I think that for me watching it, like I until we started, you and I, like the three of us started hanging out, I hadn't watched a WCW Nitro. I don't know from that.
Right.
So this is the first, to me, I'm watching the first real, like high budget pro wrestling other than WWE.
Sure.
And it's full of guys that I know, so it just felt
it was so special, but I just think I'm judging this off of like, I guess kind of if I go back today and rewatch it, how is as a show, moments aside, will I have a good time?
Totally, that's fair.
Especially compared to what's coming, because we've seen what they can do. Up next is Full Gear 2019, headlined of course by Chris Jericho defeating Cody in the match that declared he could never challenge for the world title, which was fucking bonkers in retrospect.
Great.
And John Moxley defeating Kenny Omega in the Lights Out match.
Yeah, this one's a thumbs down for me. Wow. I did not like that Lights Out match.
Really?
I remember thinking it was like a bit much. And the Chris Jericho Cody build was fantastic. Match not so good, not fresh.
Right.
And the rest of the card is I want to say completely forgettable.
Britt Baker defeating B Priestley.
I don't even remember B Priestley being in
Neither do I.
AEW. You know, like
Proud and
that's
Powerful
forgettable.
defeating the Young Bucks, I'm sure was great. Can't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go happy thumbs down for this one.
Yeah, and I want to say like at the time though, I still felt satisfied.
For sure.
But it's just
there's only one time where I think I felt unsatisfied with a show.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell me
up.
It's coming right up. You tell me if you guys agree.
I get you. Yeah, all of these feel satisfying, and I agree. I liked the Lights Out match.
I did too.
I think, even though 40 minutes is probably too long, but like, dude, the V trigger through the light.
Wow, it's 40 minutes. That's crazy.
It's a 40 goddamn
like barbed wire, and it was like it's too much.
It was a lot.
But we had never. Keep in mind, we had never seen that before on high budget television.
Right.
Agreed.
So they're bringing real deathmatch shit.
And they had light tubes too, right? Oh yeah, you said the V trigger
through the actual set light. I will say, I think I was a little hot about. I'm just not a Full Gear themed guy. I think replace this with All In or something, because the brown color and
the gears.
The branding in general. Yeah,
the branding in general, not into it.
It's the tackiest of the pay-per-view. I also like Revolution is fine. It's passable.
But it sounds like a WWE house show or something.
Yeah, it totally does.
Double or Nothing is money. All Out is the transition, like All Out being like, okay, we don't own that name and we don't own it All In, so we're just gonna go All Out is creative brilliance.
Genius. I think that's the three though.
Yeah.
All In, Double or Nothing, All Out should be the three.
I don't know.
Every year.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
I think All In and All Out is too confusing in the marketplace.
That's the thing is they would be like, wait, which one is that? Which one's the bigger one? If there's All In and All Out, there would be a conversation of like which one is like the bigger show. I still feel like All Out feels like their biggest show, but they swear it's not.
That's so ridiculous.
Just make one the marquee show.
The last two they've done have been their biggest shows.
Yeah.
They're the biggest.
That's the mania.
It feels like the season finale.
Yeah, it does. Up next is Revolution 2020. Can I just say, I think this is a GOAT.
What do we got?
Think about it.
Oh, absolutely. This is the last pay-per-view before the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yes.
I watched this. In my hotel room while in the Virgin Islands because I was on vacation, and it was maybe the highlight of my trip. I was losing my shit for this Omega and Page versus the Young Bucks match.
that is one of the best tag matches of all time.
Another one of those goats. Moxie versus Jericho was so good, and it was like it felt like the right time to do the title change. Jericho's run was fantastic, but it was like he did it's time. It was like already I guess it was like 6 months.
Yeah, but it was fantastic in the way where you could acknowledge that he was a great champion and were begging for him to lose.
Yep.
Yes.
And Moxley felt like the guy.
And Mox was totally the Steve Austin. Like he was ready for this.
This is a GOAT.
The eye patch shenanigans. Him coming out in full Snake.
Solid Snake was so cool.
Oh, yeah.
This is a GOAT to me.
Yeah. And Pac versus Orange Cassidy was the sleeper match
that was the one where after the thing, it was like, yo, that might have been match of the night, even though that tag match was a match. I was thinking about that tag match today. This aside, I was walking my dogs just thinking like, damn, that was crazy. I gotta watch that again.
But there is some forgettable shit on here.
Yeah, but after it's really just the first three matches, and then it's pure heat.
Okay, well we got Jake Hager and Dustin Rhodes. Get that out of here. Here's the thing: Nyla Rose versus Chris Statlander. Any other night would have probably been super fun, but Chris is.
It had the death spot.
had had the death spot, and she's trying to Michael Jordan this. She had the I think she literally they said she had the flu, probably was COVID, like in the middle of this.
True.
That
is true. It probably was.
Good point.
It's probably COVID. Like, dude, she like dropped Nyla a million times. She's fallen apart. Physically in this match. It is one of the hardest matches I've ever had to watch. It really.
I just feel like the good so far outweighs the bad on this show, because the stories going into it too, like the MJF Cody stuff, rocked week to week. Yeah, I don't think
this is also the debut of the neck tattoo.
Oh my God, it is.
Oh, you're right. That ruined that MJF Cody match for me.
It did.
I couldn't even focus on the match. I was just on Twitter, like.
I was too.
Okay. That might knock this down to a salute.
I think this is a salute, boys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right. You know,
we have
if you didn't mention Cody, I would have not, because I have such fond memories of this tag title match. Like I remember,
too.
You know, sometimes you watch a match and you're like, this is the fucking shit I like.
Yeah.
This is my shit.
Yeah.
Like that was my shit. Cody was very much not my shit.
I think Revolution 2020 is like a company defining, era defining show.
Yeah.
I would agree. I think this is one of the best pay-per-views that exist. Like if you were going to show anyone like a new wrestling fan a show front to back, this is the show to do it, because you have that tag match, you have Pac and Orange Cassidy, and you have Mox and Chris Jericho, which are all just three bests.
Right.
But then you have Cody's fucking neck tattoo, which up until that point, I was a Cody guy.
Yeah.
I'm on board with Cody. That was the first sign of like
psychotic. It was a psychotic move.
A psychotic move, just based on what tattoo artist let him do that?
Like
that person
a bad
should
one.
Lose their license.
A bad one is the answer.
Should lose their license.
Yeah. So you think?
I love that even his wife was like, I told him not to do it. But I can't stop him.
So I go with the boys here. I say it's a go. If you guys both vote salute, that's 2 out of 3. So it's going down to salute. But this would be the top of salute then.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, this is the top of the salutes. And I would say of the 5 pay-per-views that we ranked, this was arguably the best one. This is when they had it most figured out. Of this, the pre-COVID era, this is the best pay-per-view.
Yes, agreed. All right, up next would be Double or Nothing 2020.
Okay.
What do we got here?
I'm going to say, this was with the Stadium Stampede. Okay, the Stadium Stampede really did save this show.
It was a blast.
A blast.
Because that was so good.
Yeah.
That was so good. Unlike anything we've ever seen, it was like a high-end episode of Being the Elite.
Yes.
Like if not for that match, I would say this would have been a thumbs down,
a middle finger.
Yeah. Yeah, but I would say because of the Stadium Stampede, it brings it. I wouldn't give it a thumbs down. I would give it a thumbs up, because I feel like
the Stadium Stampede was like truly turning chicken shit into chicken salad. You know?
Yeah, in a way, it was like, this is literally the best we could do with all the limitations.
Oh, and Sheeta becoming women's world champion.
Yeah. Oh, yes. And that was a great match.
In full Final Fantasy gear versus Nyla Rose, fucking rocked ass. Also, Mox and Brody Lee also rocked ass.
I wasn't super into that match. I don't know what it was.
I think it's because I agree with you. I agree with both of you. It was a good match, but it really suffered because there was no audience. It didn't work without the heat.
Yeah, the heat of no audience made me feel like I couldn't believe that Brody Lee could win. You know?
Right.
I wasn't able to suspend my disbelief.
The Death Rider through the stage into the submission.
Yeah, that was awesome.
It was fucking awesome.
That was awesome. But yeah, I'll give a thumbs up is totally fair for this.
Yeah. I think Sean Spears is on way too many pay-per-views.
It's crazy.
Like He's in the 6th match of the show against Dustin Rhodes.
It's like, fucking bonkers. Let's go. Okay, guys. All Out 2020. Joey Janela defeated Serpentico. Private Party defeated Dark Order.
This is the Mimosa Mayhem.
Yes. The Tooth and Nail match.
I'm just gonna say it. This is the worst pay-per-view.
This is a middle finger.
History. This is the middle finger. This is at the lowest of the low. Matt Cardona's on the show. Bless his heart. This was like, I mean, and in a way, it's kind of not their fault because this is like peak pandemic. Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. They're just kind of like going through the motions, even like putting off stuff.
Let me tell you the best part of this show. Matt Sydal entering the Casino Battle Royale and slipping off the top rope.
Oh, I felt so bad for him.
I did too, but I'm telling you, I genuinely peed my pants laughing. Like, in a way where I was like, oh my God, I pissed. You know, like, holy shit, it's real.
Wait, that was on the last show.
No, that was All Out.
It was All Out.
It was this show. Because I remember where I purchased All Out and where I was watching it. Who I was watching it with.
No, wait. I actually, Rob
it's not
might
on
be right.
this. Yeah, it's not on this. I'm
It's
looking
Double
at
or Nothing.
Yeah, it's on Double or Nothing.
No, it was for sure All Out because there's a Battle Royale. Right?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Was it on the buy-in? Was that it?
Maybe.
Just not on the show. Okay. Yeah, this also had that really bad Matt Hardy.
Yeah, no, see, the 21-man Casino Battle Royale, that Lance Archer one, it was then.
Oh, okay. Here we go. I see it. Yeah, he was. Matt Sydal was the joke.
This was Matt Hardy getting a fucking concussion in the Broken Rules match.
So uncomfortable.
A tag match with Matt Cardona in it. FTR defeating
Young Bucks versus Jungle. Yeah, that was good. The 2 tag matches, Young Bucks versus Jungle.
See, I genuinely did not enjoy the FTR versus Kenny and Adam Page match.
Oh, really?
I didn't like it. Yeah. Didn't live up to what
I did not like the Mimosa Mayhem. I was so over this.
I liked it.
I think it like kind of in a way like brought Cassidy down a bit. I was very glad for them to move on. And I felt like Moxie versus MJF. MJF kind of wasn't ready.
Agreed. And that plays into the story of why what we just saw was so good.
Yeah.
I thought MJF might have been ready for this. But I agree that something wasn't. I mean, I don't think you could put the title on him.
No.
You knew he wasn't winning.
Yeah, you knew he wasn't gonna win, especially with just like no folks.
Yeah, around. This is the worst AEW pay-per-view, and I don't think that's debatable.
Yeah, it is. It's the worst one. I think we can give this a middle finger. Young Bucks versus Jurassic
probably
Express
still
that was amazing.
Oh yeah.
And let me just say, you guys know I love FTR. Jason Major said that Dax will tweet about me, but I love FTR. I just didn't like this match, and I don't think that was the fault of FTR because I know how good they are. You know,
FTR in the company took a little bit to get going. It was hard to figure out how to define them outside of WWE.
But I don't necessarily think that is on them. I think there were other factors there.
There's a lot of shit going on, but that's one of those outside of their control.
They are a god tier team, and on that note, we are at Full Gear 2020. Wow. Okay, what happened in this show? Serena Deeb defeated Allison Kay for the NWA Women's World Title.
Okay. Kenny defeated Hangman for the tournament final.
Probably the best match on the show.
Yes.
Probably.
No.
Darby Allin defeating Cody for the belt is.
That was great. Yeah. That was really, really good. And this was, Cody made Darby. I mean, he was making him for a few, they were setting Darby up for a while.
Handpicked,
So Orange Cassidy versus John Silver on a pay-per-view. Can you imagine?
No.
Never again. What a different time.
No.
And this was still pandemic.
Yeah.
I liked Orange Cassidy and John Silver, but I'm also champion of the silly boys.
Oh, I love them, but just thinking about this,
Just yeah,
the power of the
I
card.
love them too. Young Bucks defeating FTR, it was good, but I remember having a feeling like it didn't live up to my expectation.
Exactly.
I feel the second match was better.
Agreed.
And even still, like I feel like they still haven't. They need to have a best of 7 series.
Yeah. Who knows, man?
Death Triangle. I don't know. I would say Moxley versus Kingston was good. MJF versus Jericho was all right.
I
could give this a thumbs down and be fine with it.
I think thumbs down is totally fine, because here's the Mox and Eddie was great.
Yeah.
There's more people in the audience. I think like Darby and Cody had a great match, and Kenny and Hangman had a great match.
Yeah.
Like that's 3 really good. I think we're being
Kenny and Hangman opened the show, and it only went down from there, though.
I would say that's fair, but also we're kind of I think we're being a little hard on this one because of the because of how disappointing
we're grading on a curve here though, know, and the curve, we've seen the top of the curve. It exists. It's coming up very soon.
Right. Totally.
So it's this in the scope of the AEW pay-per-views, this is a thumbs down. Maybe not elsewhere, but top of thumbs down, I will say.
Okay, top of thumbs
down. Revolution 2021 is up next. The card featured Kenny Omega defeating John Moxley in the exploding barbed wire death match, which I fucking loved. Finish aside.
That match was great.
So good.
Up until the last.
But even that, they saved it with the promo the next week.
It was fine. It kind of killed it though.
It absolutely. I do not remember a single spot from this match because of the ending, and that's not John or Kenny's fault. It is just what happens. It's just what happens when the promise of it and the tension was too high. They overpromised for what the ending could be.
You want to hear something you forgot about? Hangman Adam Page defeated Matt Hardy in a big money match.
What is that even? I don't even.
Big money match is so good. Oh my god.
Wait, winner received the losers 2021 first
Q1.
Oh, right.
They put Q1 earnings as the gimmick of the match.
Oh my god.
That's so funny.
Oh, this is bad.
This is bad.
But
oh my god. Hangman Adam Page got $7,000.
Yeah, this would be a thumbs down, I would say.
This is a middle
not
finger.
7,000.
This is my middle finger. Get out of here.
I don't agree. I just think
you can't like that's just not how things
they're never
work.
Gonna re-air they're never gonna show this.
You can't ever show this to anybody. You can't. There's no way to even chop it. Like Daniel Bryan and John Cena for the title at SummerSlam, you can hit pause after Bryan wins, and it's satisfying.
So you guys think this is top of middle finger?
This is top of middle finger.
I wouldn't be opposed to middle finger.
The match is literally ruined by the ending, and there's nothing you can do.
It's so awesome though. The rest of it is so awesome. But the rest of the card, Darby and Sting, this is their first tag together, right? Yeah. Defeating Team Taz was fucking awesome.
That was great.
Scorpio Sky winning the ladder match was like a feel-good moment.
That's fine. Holding the Sonic ring.
The big money match is fucking stupid.
Brutal.
Kip Sabian and Miro winning a random tag match.
I think this was Miro's debut, like Miro's first pay-per-view match.
And they fucked that up.
Shida defeating Ryo Mizunami.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy.
Ray Fiend. Oh, the okay. The Casino Tag Team Royale was fucking amazing.
Yeah, it was good. But I mean, like at this point, it's like we've seen.
Yeah.
And like, look, Young Bucks took on MJF and Jericho.
Cool match.
And it was a cool match, but of the Young Bucks had way better tag matches this year.
Oh yeah.
So it's like comparatively, it wasn't that great, but it was a good match. I want to make it clear it was good, but they've had much better. So yeah,
top. You're saying top and middle finger,
or middle finger. I'm sorry, I'm okay with the middle finger on this one.
Yeah, I think
got to be fair.
We got to be fair. This is in the scope of the company's history, because you take away the scope, this is a good show. Great stuff happens.
Yeah, I would watch any of these pay-per-views over any.
When the app drops,
I was gonna say that earlier. Both middle finger shows are better than any WWE show that put on that year.
Whenever they inevitably end up on HBO Max or something, the three of us are gonna watch them all together live on Knotfest Premium, probably as a watch-along experience, and I bet we're gonna love them all.
Yeah,
here's the thing, watching Kenny and Moxley again. Probably so funny.
Awesome.
We're gonna laugh. I laughed so hard.
Yeah, I loved it.
That's
truly
was not the intended response.
No.
Yeah.
Which is the shame of it, is that even in Moxley's book, he's fucking still mad.
Yeah.
I would. They fucking put their body on the line.
I know.
And a production error just voided it. You know, they have every right to be pissed.
Let's go to Double or Nothing 2021.
Okay,
this was another stadium stampede,
but this is the first show back with the crowd,
right?
So I think that skews the show higher, because I remember watching the show and getting so happy, and really being like I even had a fefeeling I should have flown out. I should have went to and this was where I first got started thinking I want to go to AEW pay-per-views. When the first opportunity I get, I'm going. The crowd made every match so much better. I remember Adam Page took on Brian Cage. This was the first match of the first pay-per-view. The crowd was so hot.
Oh, so hot.
Hangman, Young Bucks versus Kingston and Moxley was great.
Great match.
All time.
So good.
It would have been way better with the entombed entrance music from this show, but
what can you do?
What are you gonna do?
You can watch that live on the first one we ever did.
The first ever one.
First ever one, yeah. Jungle Boy sowing the seeds of this story by eliminating Christian Cage last.
What a pop.
Oh, this was the biggest misstep in the history of AEW, maybe. Cody Rhodes defeating Anthony Ogogo.
Oh my! This whole feud was just such a mistake.
A mess.
I get they should have never done it. This was think how far Cody has fallen in a year. The last Double or Nothing, he had the best match of his fucking life. And now maybe the worst match. Yeah. This was so bad. The alignments were completely off. I was rooting for Ogogo when the story was presenting Cody as the person to root for.
Yeah. Oh my God. That speech he made.
Yeah.
Legendarily shot.
Legendarily whack ass fucking promo from Cody. That is literally when we were we are watching a Maniac in a Stanley Kubrick movie right now. What's this? What we're seeing? This is Orange. Crazy.
Miro versus Lance Archer in the midst of his historic TNT Championship reign.
Incredible.
That ended way too soon. Britt Baker defeating Sheeta, becoming the new champion. Great match.
So good.
Great.
Sting and Darby defeating Men of the Year. I remember liking this a lot.
Very good.
Yeah. I remember Sting was too. Sting is starting to do crazy shit, feeling comfortable, feeling out his neck. Yeah.
Sting is one of the MVPs of AEW so far.
Absolutely.
1,000%.
He's the fucking man.
I
blew it, guys. I was like, before the show ends, I need to buy the gloves. And I forgot to buy the gloves.
The Sting gloves?
Yes. I want them so bad.
They ain't got them in the shop?
No, I don't want to order them. I want them live. I want to wear them at the show and be clapping in them,
You want to buy him from a tired
Yes,
man?
from a guy who's like, "What do you need, man? That's what I want."
They closed the food. Come on.
Kenny Omega defeated Orange Cassidy in Pac. This rocked.
Rocked. I love it. I think that the match was incredible. I felt a little bad for Orange getting the Benoit treatment.
Sure.
The Benoit Bryan treatment, like not thinking he's enough to fill the spot, but he will be one day.
He will be, yeah.
And this match was unfucking believable.
I would say this is second salute behind Revolution 2020.
I would put first double or nothing before it, or at above it.
Okay.
I would even consider it being a GOAT just because it was the first.
You think this is better than Revolution, though?
No, that's not true.
I can't.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't better than Revolution. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay, no.
All right. I'm glad we're all. This is a democracy.
The Stadium Stampede match, the second one, not as good though.
But still very fun.
Still very fun.
It was entertaining, and it was one of those things where it was like, okay, this is great. You never have to do this again.
Never again. Okay, guys. All Out 2021.
Okay, like
the GOAT.
I mean, this is a GOAT. This is a GOAT.
The GOAT.
There's no this is like when we were talking earlier about like, oh, we have GOATs coming up. Here we are.
This is it.
We're in the GOAT era. This is the peak. We didn't know it at the time. No. But this is the peak of AEW.
This is one of the best wrestling pay-per-views of all time.
There's argument.
Thank you, Paul White and PT Marshall.
Straight up.
No.
Yeah. I think that you can make the argument for this is the best of all time.
Best AEW for sure, but
I think the next one is the best.
Wow.
I think
wow.
Full Gear tops.
I could be persuaded.
Let's go through this card and explain why.
But let's go through it. Yeah. I don't want to jump ahead.
10-man tag with the Best Friends and the Jurassic Express versus the Hardy Family Office. This was sick. This was just like high octane. Was this pre-show?
Yeah,
pre-show.
Opener. Yeah, I remember fucking.
This was the ones to get everyone on the show.
Yeah.
Perfect pre-show match.
Miro defeated Eddie Kingston in the fucking.
So good.
Incredible.
This is the.
Yes. This is my favorite. This
Hoss
is my
fight.
favorite. Dude, my favorite TNT Championship match. Hands
I loved it.
Down. This is the best.
Yeah,
one.
they should have had a longer program.
Agreed.
I would have liked some rematches. They gelled really well.
We all thought that this was leading to Eddie Kingston and Miro 2 in New York.
Eddie should have won the belt and not. Who took it from him? Sammy. Crazy. Yeah. John Moxley defeated Satoshi Kojima. What? Insane.
I think for me, the thing that I mean, this was good, but like it was more like, holy shit, they're like working with New Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
This is happening. This is really exciting, and I like Kojima. So
of course,
totally,
it was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Britt Baker defeated Chris Statlander again. This was good. We all wanted Chris, but this was Britt's reign of terror in the best way. Lucha Brothers defeated the Young Bucks in a steel cage match in one of the greatest matches in the history of wrestling.
100%.
They absolutely topped their previous two matches somehow.
They created a masterpiece. This is a masterpiece.
This is truly one. I top 5 wrestling matches I've ever seen.
Ruby Soho,
very much my shit.
This is the best one I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. Ruby Soho shows up, debuts, and wins the Casino Battle Royal.
I have to say, if she didn't show up, this match would have tanked.
Yeah, of course.
Because like the crowd was so exhausted from the last one. But this was true. This was one of those surprises that AEW does so well, and that what the surprise is,
and
because you know it, and they give you what you want.
Yeah,
it makes you react even more.
Yeah,
and I feel that's what happened here. And in a way, because we're riding the high of the steel cage match, and then Ruby Soho got him up even more, this Jericho versus MJF match kind of bombed for me.
A little bit.
because it couldn't keep up the energy.
We
It
just
was a
saw
little
it.
more
We had seen it,
methodical.
you know?
Yeah, and this
They-
feud had been going on for a year. This is like Jericho just kept doing these like 3 pay-per-view long feuds, and by the last match, you're just like, enough, move on.
But then
I
CM
will
Punk versus
say-
Darby.
Totally.
Hold
I
on.
will say, against all odds, by the end of the match between MJF and Jericho, you do want Jericho to win.
Sure.
They did the
Yeah.
they did the which is they had an impossible task. I
Yeah.
did not want to see this. I
Right.
didn't want to watch it, but they were I think they knew what they were in for, and by the end of the match, that I am satisfied that Jericho wins. Job is done,
Yeah.
and that's impressive.
Of course, Kenny Omega defeating Christian Cage in their second match. I don't like
So
the
Punk and Darby.
Yeah, Punk
this
and
is
Darby,
Punk's
of course.
match back. That was great.
Mhm.
Darby was the perfect first opponent. They had great promos. It was wonderful. It was exactly what it needed to be. Some people were talking about how Darby should have won. Get the hell out of here. This
Come
is
on.
Punk's
Fuck off.
he's like
Grow
their top guy. Like
Yeah.
he needs to win.
He's the top guy.
Darby Darby also would be like, if they were like, Darby, you're gonna win, he would go, no,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. You're insane.
No.
I'm good.
you're insane. It's
Honestly, the Paul White versus QT match, that was fine because it gave people a moment to go to the bathroom.
It was kind of
for the main
fun.
event.
It was
Perfect.
a total squash. It was kind of
and
sick.
it was 3 minutes. That's all.
Yeah,
That's fine.
it's
If
cool.
it's 3 minutes, it's okay.
All right, guys.
It was
And
fun to
then,
see.
Let's
Go ahead.
let's mow through these.
So what
We've
was
got
most fun to
6
see?
left. Full gear
Oh, yeah,
20.
we should plow through. Yeah, Omega versus Christian was great, but then of course Danielson and first of all Adam Cole debuts, and you're like, oh, okay, so this is the big debut, and then Danielson also debuts, and you're like, what the fuck?
It's one of the greatest shows ever.
This is it. This makes it. This is the most incredible roster
Yeah.
of all time.
Yeah, this is the peak.
When this
Is the
happens.
peak. This, and then the Grand Slam show a few weeks later with the ramp, both the Dynamite and the Rampage were incredible. I was there live.
Me
I
as well.
marked out. Yeah, we marked out so fucking hard.
The
It was a rare time where the bell rings and the crowd just marked out just for the start of a match, which was Omega and Danielson.
Yeah.
if AEW Grand Slam was a pay-per-view, it would be in the GOAT category.
Yeah.
You could put an argument for number one just because of the sheer energy of it and the fucking way that card. The fact that that's the first time all of these motherfuckers that debuted on this show are on the card at the same time. Daniel, it's complete insanity, that card.
Yeah.
All
For
right.
the first
Full
time.
gear
For the first
2021, guys.
So I think this is the GOAT because all of those debuts actually wrestled on this show. And it was the culmination of the best storyline they've ever done, which is the Adam Page arc.
I
where he
agree, but
finally
I'm going to walk you through the
defeated
rest of this
Omega.
card, and then let's hear your
Okay,
thoughts.
let's
okay?
go. Let's go through it.
Sheeta and Thunder Rosa defeat Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose.
That's a
Pre-show.
It's fine.
Pre-show.
Pre-show.
MJF defeated Darby Allin.
Incredible.
Great.
Match.
Very
Incredible
good.
match.
The Lucha Brothers defeated FTR. I didn't like this.
This
Really?
Is spot.
Didn't like it.
This is
I
the
like
this is the frog mask thing, right?
Yeah, I wasn't into
No.
it. I
Is
don't
this
know.
the frog mask one or not?
I don't know. I
What
don't
was the
remember.
frog mask?
I just remember being. I
Remember the-
remember being disappointed by this and thinking these guys. These are for the greats. Something
this
was
match
off.
is good. This match is good. There's a weird botch at the end of the match that involves a mask reveal on FTR's part, and they fuck up the roll up. So the end of the match itself rocks ass.
I just
but
remember. I
it's-
remember being disappointed very vividly.
Okay.
Brian Danielson defeated Miro. I didn't like this.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
It's just. I don't think they gelled well together.
I remember. Go ahead.
There's a bad botch in the middle of it, but otherwise it's fine.
I think it was just. I just didn't feel like a pay-per-view match. You know,
It-
between
it
two
is
great guys who can have a great pay-per-view match.
It was so last minute.
Yeah.
Mox drops out
that's
to
right.
fix himself, literally on the Dynamite before, and Miro is flown in, having not done anything
That is true.
since losing the title. So
I
Miro is like,
forgot about
"What am I doing?" And then they're building this match. Just wasn't supposed to be the match. So there's that vibe too. Is that we know that we are watching something supplemental, where this man we love is suffering. We're worried
Of
about. Of
course. Christian Cage and Jurassic Express defeated the Super Click.
This was so good.
This
they
rocked.
wrestled all around the
match of the night,
incredible.
probably, other than the main.
Maybe.
Cody Rhodes and Pac
like
defeated Malachi Black and Andrade.
This was good.
Horrible.
Stinky.
Oh, really?
Stinky.
Cody defeating. This is Malachi Black's
the result
first.
I didn't like.
His first pay-per-view, and he's tagging with his boy, and they lose to Cody Rhodes.
That's right.
And Pac.
You're right.
The two guys who Cody Rhodes and Pac at this point are here to eat pins. They are in a phase where they can eat pins totally fine.
You're right.
Because they should have lost this.
Yeah. I don't think this is to the fault of the wrestlers. I think this is to the fault of the booking.
The booking.
Because these are 4 masterful artists. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would die for some of these men. It's just the result and the timing of this just didn't make sense. But and 4 perfect performances from these men, you know?
Totally. Yeah, everybody, every single one. On paper, I was excited for this because I thought that this was gonna be like a Malachi and Andrade win because they're the new guys.
That made sense. Britt Baker defeated Ty Conti.
I remember nothing.
Stinky. CM Punk defeated Eddie Kingston. Heater.
Right. Beautiful stuff.
So, Inner Circle defeated Men of the Year.
Okay.
And American Top Team.
This is brutal. This was brutal.
And then, of course,
this hurt my feelings.
Hangman versus Kenny.
Beautiful.
This was amazing.
You guys would call this a GOAT?
You know, now that we went through the card, fine, but definitely a salute.
For sure, a salute. Do we put it behind Revolution or in front of Revolution?
I would put it in front. Dude, the Hangman win.
Yeah, that was so big.
It feels fucking great. CM Punk and Kingston is so good.
Yeah.
MJF Darby Allin is great.
That match, that was the match. That might be the match of the night, honestly.
MJF Darby Allin is match of the night.
So good.
It like I think that MJF and Darby Allin were so good. It hurt the Lucha Brothers and FTR because they had to like get to that height, and then also they fucked their finish.
Right. Revolution 2022.
I was at this one.
Awesome show.
Live. So good. Every match delivered, I remember. And I remember the pacing was perfect because every match was better basically than the last. This might be a GOAT, honestly.
This might be bottom of GOAT. Let's go through it. Legit Layla versus Chris Statlander. There were a lot of botches in this, and this was pre-show, but I remember thinking this was like one of the best produced women's matches AEW's ever done. Like I could see what they were going for, and it would have been incredible. But you know, some things happen. Hook defeated QT Marshall by submission. Was this the debut?
Right. What it needed to be. Yeah, this was his first pay-per-view.
This rocked. House of Black versus Pac, Penta, and Eric Redbeard.
I couldn't believe this was a pre-show match. This was so great.
This is the best pre-show match in the history of wrestling.
Well, maybe
100%.
and Eddie Kingston, but yeah, like this was definitely.
Dude, Brody no selling the ring apron,
incredible,
unbelievable,
yeah,
so good. It's
very real,
so great,
very stubborn. That boy, Eddie King. Yeah, I mean, this is one of the proudest moments of my entire life. You know, just seeing this. Wait, no, that was the ring apron thing. I think that was the next one.
Is this is not the one where they have all the face paint on for the first time?
I think
that's the ring apron.
I don't think anything happened with this one. That was on the main card when the apron thing happened, I think. I remember seeing
Well,
this and
either way-
thinking this was perfect. You know, no mistakes for me.
Yeah.
Jurassic Express
Perfect.
defeated Red Dragon and the Young Bucks. Holy shit! This was the time for the title change, and they did it like a random Dynamite, right? But it was still a great match. Wardlow winning the ladder match. Jade Cargill defeating Ty Conti.
Fine.
Punk defeated MJF.
Amazing.
Amazing.
This was so good. This was with the Wardlow turn, with him coming and giving Punk the ring.
Yeah.
I was so into this, and like I brought a friend of mine who had no context for AEW, had never seen it, and he was really into this match.
There you go.
He was really, really into it.
Britt Baker defeated Thunder Rosa. John Moxley defeated Bryan Danielson in the birth of the Blackpool Combat Club.
Excellent match. So good. Such a great wrestling match.
Darby, Sammy, and Sting defeated Andrade, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy.
Okay, so
this was crazy.
After that, so after that Bryan Danielson, John Moxley match, I was shot. I was like, fuck. I don't like, do we really even need this match? And then fucking
they killed it.
Like, we lose our shit. Like it was a caffeine burst.
Right.
And that Sting spot, I could not believe Sting doing the New Jack dive. That alone makes this a GOAT.
I think this shows a GOAT. And then Hangman defeated Adam Cole. This was a GOAT.
Which is a great
fucking
match.
barn burner.
Bottom of GOAT.
This was one where every match delivered.
Yeah.
Basically.
I will say, for me, watching it at home, it might have been like an audio recording thing or whatever, or like a stream. When I watched this, the crowd gets burnt out so early.
I truly didn't notice. I just had the best time.
I noticed it, to me, a little distracting. I was like,
we were burnt out when we got during the Wardlow Christian Cage, Keith Lee, whatever, that match for sure.
Yeah. And then we had Jade Cargill, Ty Conti, which shouldn't have happened. And it felt like it took a while for the crowd to get like really into CM Punk MJF. Probably because there was that weird shit about people. People were so like at odds about the fucking AFI entrance for some reason.
Oh, I loved it.
I thought it was so great.
People who hadn't seen it before were like, "What is this?
Yeah,
what the fuck is going on?" And I feel like because of that and the lull from matches 6 and 7, it takes a while to get the heat back. And then it felt like the same thing with John Moxley and Bryan Danielson, where
that was fucking incredible.
It was fucking incredible, but there's literal moments where like Brian and John in the middle of the match, they're like, "Come on, we're giving you gold. You gotta make
but this is your
noise."
if you're raising a point for Salute, you've been outvoted because this is a GOAT to me and Rob.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying that's a piece because
we got 4 more shows, brother.
Incredible Hangman defense. I can't believe people shit on Hangman's reign.
He was the best one so far, in my opinion.
He's the best one so far.
Double or Nothing 2022. Hookhausen defeats Tony Nese and Smart Mark. This rocked. Felt awesome. Wardlow in this controversial match defeated MJF. Killed him.
This MJF kind of ruined the match by having all that drama beforehand.
Yeah.
Kind of killed the heat of the match, but it was fine.
Oh, I disagree. The crowd is hot as
red
fuck.
hot.
They are. They want MJF dead. They did want him dead. Yeah. That's true.
The Hardys defeated the Young Bucks. Doesn't that sound like a fever dream?
This was very disappointing for me. I guess Jeff got a concussion halfway through the match.
Yes.
You could kind of tell by the end of it. Like I was very fortunate to sit front row for this.
Wow.
Event.
Oh yes, you were.
Total luck. And you could see Matt Hardy checking in on Jeff. So this match was a little disappointing for me.
Jade Cargill defeated Anna Jay. I did not like this one.
No, they shouldn't have done this.
House of Black.
But see, it fits their new formula. 2 banger matches, then like a women's match to cue the crowd to go to the bathroom.
Don't like that. Don't like
No,
that
no,
women's
no. Right.
match.
It can be done. That doesn't. It's not necessary. House of Black
You can-
defeated Death Triangle.
This was great. This was so good.
This fucking right. This is the
Apron where he no
the
sold
ring
the
apron. Right.
He showed that he's the strongest man alive.
The strongest man alive.
Adam
This
Cole
was a
defeated
huge
Samoa
spotlight.
Joe for the Owen Hart gimmick.
Yeah, I wasn't too crazy about these two Owen Hart matches.
He won the Owen Hart gimmick.
And also kind of sounds ridiculous that Adam Cole defeated Samoa Joe.
I know.
And
Britt Baker
versus
defeated Ruby
was,
Soho. Yeah.
This was but the Martha Hart presentation after
Beautiful.
was beautiful. Like
Yeah.
it really, I was very touched by it, and I was so happy to see that like they're back in wrestling. That Owen Hart's
Agree.
back in the conversation.
I will say Kyle O'Reilly defeating Darby stole the show.
Yeah, it was really good. But hold on. You skipped over maybe the most embarrassing lineups I've ever seen.
Yeah, the most unnecessary match in AEW pay-per-view history.
Yeah.
Ethan Page aside, what is this doing here?
Ethan Page, Scorpio Sky, and Paige Van Zandt versus Frankie Kazarian, Sammy Guevara, and Ty Conti. This was when the crowd turned on Sammy.
Oh right, it was big time.
And this match sucked.
This sucked ass.
This was a thumbs down.
The Kyle O'Reilly Darby was absolutely amazing. Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb, I remember thinking was good.
Rocked.
Jericho
Yeah.
Appreciation Society versus the Blackpool Combat Club. Oh my God, this
Oh
is
my
Anarchy in the
God.
Arena.
This is
So
is
good.
a
This
goat
was
match.
incredible. This might be a goat.
It was like I was there live. It was one of the most exciting things I've ever seen live just because I did not know where to look.
Right.
Anywhere I looked, it was just carnage.
This might be
So
a
good.
goat,
Very, very good.
guys. Jurassic
is a
Express defeated Swerve in Our Glory and Team Taz. Once again, this was an unbelievable match, and it was time for a new champion. We didn't get one.
This should have been the time that they did Keith and Swerve because they win. They
Yeah.
eventually do another triple threat thing.
We
and
wanted a title change that night, and they didn't give it to us.
And then Punk defeated Hangman for the
we
championship.
wanted power. Yeah, oh, sorry.
That's fine.
Yeah, I stole that moment from.
Oh,
you.
dude, Team Taz is something I'm still sad about.
They should.
Right.
We all wanted Hobbs and Starks to win.
I want them
They
back
run
together
this-
desperately.
They run this back again like a week later, and then they do Keith Lee and Swerve, which was totally fine and ended up being fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But tonight, god damn, we wanted Hobbs and Starks.
And then Punk defeated Hangman in
Which was
a
good, not
in a
great.
controversial
It was a good-
classic.
Yeah. Now, in retrospect, very controversial.
Right.
But I remember being happy that he won. There was a part of me that kind of wanted Hangman to win, but I was excited because I felt like Punk should chase it a little more, you know.
Yeah.
But I get it. I wasn't upset.
It's supposed to be the summer of
won.
Punk, you know?
Yeah. And yeah, so I would say this was
This is a salute.
a thumbs up. This is or a salute. I'm like
Anarchy in the
salute.
Arena is legendary.
Yeah. The middle of the show kind of kills it for me.
What do you think, Jordan? I'm going with the boys. It's 2 out of 3. So if you guys vote,
Do you
I
think
might-
this is a
I
salute
think
or a
it's-
thumbs up.
I think it might be bottom of GOAT because you got the House of Black versus Death Triangle is fucking
so good.
sick.
yeah.
The Wardlow defeating MJF opener is chaos.
So if
In
you're
the-
saying bottom of go, I'm saying salute, and Rob, you're saying thumbs up, then I think it's a salute, right?
Yeah. The averages out to a salute.
Because Anarchy in the Arena and that House of Black Death Triangle match are like so good.
They're so good. Also, Kyle O'Reilly and Darby Allin.
Oh, unreal.
Also, CM Punk and Adam Page had insane heat behind it.
Big time.
I think that I was with you, Rob. I kind of wanted. I was torn between this, so I was like, either one of these results is going to make me a little sad, but
Mhm.
it had to be Punk
Of course.
because, like, I'm a Hangman guy.
Yeah.
I was so into that reign, and it got weird, and I didn't totally understand why, and now I know why.
Right.
But the match is honestly, it was really really. I thought they did a pretty good job. It was just,
Yeah.
it had the vibe. I think this is bottom of go. Oh, it's Hookhausen.
Hookhausen. Oh my
The
god.
one
Hookhausen
should still be together today, in my
Agreed.
opinion. But
I'd say top of Salute. That's me.
That's fine.
Up next, guys. Forbidden Door.
Goat.
oh,
Goat.
Goat.
Bottom of
Goat.
Goat. No question.
Not there. There wasn't any point in this event that I was not into.
I'd put it middle of Goat. So over Revolution 2022, before All Out 2021.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, we don't. Do we even need to go through this card? It's the Goat.
We should. Also, here's the thing. Ass Boys. Ass Boys plays on this show.
Yes, I remember. I ran into the arena to tape it to show you guys. I was like, oh my god, it's your song! It's your song!
That was nice. Yeah, this is a Goat. It's just, I mean, even looking through the card, it's a Goat.
Dude, Minoru Suzuki and Chris Jericho. Fuck, Sammy's there too.
Yeah.
Versus Eddie Kingston, Shota, and Wheeler Yuta. Incredible.
Singing Suzuki's theme.
Mm-hmm.
So good. Suzuki was so excited to be working in front of a crowd too. You could tell.
Oh yeah.
Like, all the Japanese guys.
The 4-way for the All Atlantic was amazing.
Unbelievable.
FTR versus United Empire and Roppongi Vice was awesome. You know, I'm a Roppongi Vice mark over here. I love them.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, Dudes with Attitudes versus Bullet Club, amazing.
Unfucking believable.
Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm. I was ready for Tony here.
Great.
So
I was ready for Tony.
This was still good.
Still a good match though.
Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy, fucking
Much like that Pac
masterpiece.
match at Revolution a few years back.
Stole the show.
Orange
Stole
Cassidy
the show.
stole the show.
Stole
Absolutely.
the
This
show.
was the best match of the night.
It was the best match of the night, and it was the like. For me, it's like it was the answer of like, all right, can we stop like complaining that Orange Cassidy is getting spots?
Yeah.
Against like good.
Yeah,
quote,
that he
quote,
doesn't
good
deserve
He's the
it.
man.
Yeah.
He's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
He's the fucking man.
Claudio
Dude,
Castagnola's
Jay
big
White-
debut versus Zack Sabre Jr.
This was another one where like the crowd knew exactly what the surprise was, got what they wanted, and were very happy.
Very
with what
happy.
they want.
Oh
and,
my god.
And like the match even wasn't that anything to like it was good, but it wasn't like great. But the crowd was just so into Claudio.
Yeah.
I think
Jay White
it
winning
made
the
it.
4-way for the IWGP title with an
This
awkward
was so good.
finish.
This was
but the
so
match was
good.
incredible.
The finish was awkward. Yeah. Okada, just seeing
Such a good
anytime I see Okada live, I saw him. New Japan did like a really small spot show in the city a few weeks ago, and Okada was just like in nothing tags, and even in nothing tags, he's exuding.
I think he's the
charisma,
best
like-
wrestler to ever live.
Ever
Yeah,
lived.
like there's
Ever.
no one like him.
No.
There's no like he is top guy.
He's the best.
This
He's the
match was
best
great,
wrestler of all
and-
time.
He's the best wrestler of all time.
No argument here.
John Moxley
and Tanahashi. Tanahashi to me, it's unbelievable. So this is an AEW like crowd essentially.
Yeah.
Moxley is the top babyface.
Yeah.
But Tanahashi is such a fucking legend at getting sympathy that in the middle of the match, the crowd is rooting for Tanahashi to win.
And there's several moments where you believe that he did it.
Yes. Yeah. Tanahashi, while Okada is absolutely the best wrestler in the world, Tanahashi is a master at setting up a match layout to get the crowd invested and wanting things. And it was so good. This
Agreed.
top to bottom, this is a GOAT. This might be the best AEW pay-per-view ever. I can understand making it the second because it's it's with New Japan.
It's
fine,
incredible.
but
It's a
this is GOAT
masterpiece.
territory.
And yeah, it's more than the AEW roster. So it's like the animated Spider-Man movies. Obviously the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
But it's an animated movie. It can do whatever it wants. It's not fair to compare it.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And
Totally.
I do remember going into it, I was kind of disappointed with the card and like certain people weren't coming.
The
from
build
New
was
Japan. Yeah, the build was because Punk was injured. There was like a lot of weird stuff with the visas. Going in, I didn't think it would be that great, but this to say it exceeded expectations is an understatement.
Right.
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable.
We've got All Out
I would go-
2022. What?
What are we doing with this? This is GOAT number 2.
Yeah, it's GOAT
This is
number two. Yeah. All Out 2022 is next.
Let's see.
JAS
Oh my
defeated
God.
Ortiz and Ruby Soho. Stinker. Hook defeated Angelo Parker. Stinker. But these are both pre-show. Pac defeated Kip Sabian for the All Atlantic. Stinker.
Yeah.
Eddie Kingston, Ishii. Incredible.
Great. Incredible.
Very, very good.
MJF defeated Claudio Castagnoli.
This ladder match sucked. It was like nothing.
Oh, this is the
it
fucking...
was really an excuse for the storyline.
The devil thing, yeah.
Yeah. So whatever.
The Elite.
I agree with John Moxley that this is the stupidest thing.
Yeah. Agreed.
I mean, I get it storyline wise, but it kneecaps the entire match.
It does. Trios Championship final.
Sorry, go ahead.
Trios Championship final. Elite
This
versus
might have been
Dark
the best
Order.
Match of the show.
It was.
This is so good. I mean, I'm very biased. Kenny Omega's my favorite.
Oh, very funny that I was gonna say it's very funny that like Kenny goes, "Follow that, boys," in the back, and then Swerve and Our Glory and the Acclaimed are later.
Right.
Yeah, that was a surprise.
That was fucking incredible. I mean, that is the match of the show, to be honest.
That's the match of the night, which is very, very funny that Kenny Omega of all people is like, follow that, and then these guys.
Yeah.
Well, the next match is Jade versus Athena, which again, as I mentioned, they're continuing this pattern of two big matches and then a cool, like throwing the women in the cool down spot.
Yeah.
Which is not cool.
Nope.
Wardlow and FTR versus Jay Lethal and the Motor City Machine Guns. This was surprisingly fun. I love the Motor City Machine Guns. They're very underrated.
I loved this match.
Never got their due.
Mm-hmm.
So this was cool. But also it's like, also I remember thinking, you know, Motor City, like there could be, you know, there's so many tag teams in AEW that deserve the pay-per-view spot.
Yeah, they just didn't want to give any of them a loss.
Yeah, but you know what? That's not my job to be the booker. I'm just here to enjoy everything.
Right. Powerhouse Hobbs defeated Ricky Starks in a weird match.
Disappointing just because they clearly got their time cut. No way they were just doing a 5-minute match.
Swerve and Our Glory, the Acclaimed in one of the best tag matches in the history of the company.
Yep.
So good. I still think they should have just done the title change here. I was at the New York show where they did the title change. That match was nowhere near as good as this.
No, agreed.
Yeah,
just what else could you do? Tony Storm defeated Britt Baker, Jamie Hayter, Hikaru Shida.
This might have been the best women's match they've had. So good. Yeah, this was very, very good.
I hate the word interim.
It's the worst. Christian Cage defeated Jungle Boy in the bullshit match. Chris Jericho defeated Bryan Danielson by pinfall.
This was kind of disappointing to me.
Yeah.
I didn't think it was that good.
No.
I was kind of tired by this point.
We all were. There's 15 matches.
This next one, the finish felt weird, but it was sick. It was fucking sick.
Darby Allin, Sting, and Miro versus the House of Black.
Yeah. Again, Sting comes in to save the show, wake the crowd up.
Woke them up. I mean, this is our boys doing their thing. You know, there was some obviously.
This is where Sting uses the mist.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, Sting using the mist is a fucking gangster move.
Gangster.
Then it's fucking foreshadowing what happens in 2 weeks where Muta showed up.
Right.
Which, so cool.
So cool.
It was perfect. It was great. Very, very good.
Yeah. And it, you know, there was a lot of talk around this that they were leaving and whatnot.
Yes.
And who knows? Maybe we'll see them back soon. Who knows? We'll see some good shit. CM Punk versus John Moxley.
This was good. I
This
thought this was good.
This was fine. What happened? The right word.
Yeah, what happened after is much more memorable.
How do you rank this show?
It's one of those things where, like, I guess, as we talked, like, after the show, Colin, like the three of us were talking that the thing that happens right after the final match is like maybe the biggest wrestling controversy since the Montreal Screwdriver.
It's still a thing. Months later, we're still talking about it.
Still a thing. I guess
you still don't have
you guys were watching when the Montreal Screwjob happened.
Yeah.
How does that like how do you rank?
I didn't.
Survivor
I mean,
Series?
I didn't have. I was a kid, so I didn't have like a community to talk to or people to trade things with. So it was just
for
me.
me, it was
wondering.
the first. I was like 13. It was like the first. It was the first time I was actively following a backstage story as it was happening. I would usually hear about something later on, like someone would tell me, "Oh, this is what really happened." But this was like, "Hey, Bret Hart's leaving. Hey, his last match is. Oh, they're having problems with the finish."
Wow.
And then watching it live and like knowing, like, oh shit.
Mm.
And then he's doing the WCW letter. It was big. It was really, really big. And like for years later, I would still read even now. Like
Even now, it's the best thing to hear about.
yeah. But the funny thing for me is I forget where it was. I was traveling somewhere, so I wasn't able to watch the event live.
I remember I
and
was texting you guys during the post show.
I turned off my notifications because I got your text where you were like, forget about the show, turn on the posters.
Yeah.
That's the story. And I'm like, I don't want to know anything.
Yeah.
I somehow avoided everything until the next afternoon, and I could not believe what I fucking saw. It's absolutely on par with the screw job.
Where do we rank this show? All these things considered.
So I guess at least a salute. I mean, most of the matches.
I wish there was an monument, like an other category for like most historic things in wrestling. But
we need like a section that just has the teeth.
Just
yeah.
Just Kevin from Home Alone. We'll put this in the Kevin from Home Alone section. This is salute, right?
I think it. All right, match quality. Yeah, it's got to be salute. It didn't have enough. It didn't have as many bangers as the other shows. And even, you know what? I think if you wanted to put it bottom of GOAT, I would get it because of how significant the actual event became.
No, I mean, I didn't feel the same things I felt when watching something like Forbidden Door, match-wise, you know?
I agree.
I would say it's top of salute.
Top of salute, I think, is very fair. A lot of great stuff. 15 matches is a lot.
Yeah.
And then a legendary post-scrum. The mystique of the House of Black loss and kind of what it meant was special.
Yep.
A lot of good, some bad. Great show. Crazy finish. Now we come to Full Gear 2022, boys.
We all attended this live.
We was there. This was extra special. I was there. I had my boys with me. Jordan had the best sign in the history of wrestling. I mean, there it is right there. I had a song in the first match. This was a GOAT for me, personally.
I agree. This is a GOAT. Every match was good.
Are we thinking bottom
I
of
honestly
GOAT?
I wouldn't call any one of these a stinker.
Literally nothing. I mean, Jade Cargill versus Nyla Rose was like legit great.
It was fucking great. That's the best. It was Jade Cargill's best match, and it proved that Nyla Rose needs to be on TV more.
Mm-hmm. Soraya's big debut. Like, looking at this in a few years, people are going to look at this card and be like, holy fuck, this is crazy.
Well, and also MJF's big crowning and very much like the right time. Like, this is the moment.
3 title changes.
His last main event was a thumbs down. Or no, a middle finger we gave that one.
Yeah,
right?
that was the worst show.
And that was the worst show. And then this is one of the best shows.
Yeah.
So it shows how things can change. Also, I want to shout out Sting, Darby Allin versus Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. Again, Sting coming through with a
blast.
Smoke and Mirrors banger.
It was unreal.
It was unreal.
Yeah,
Sting
I love this.
Such a great schmaz. And my favorite spot was honestly Darby doing the coffin drop and Jarrett hitting with the guitar. Coffin drop into the guitar.
That looked so fucking brutal.
Yeah, that looked brutal. But Death Triangle versus the Elite. Once again, I'm watching this match and I'm just like, oh my God, this is my fucking shit.
Yeah, they're doing all the stuff perfectly. It's just like,
yes,
they're such pros. They're the best at their job.
It was fucking great. Eddie Kingston and Jun Akiyama at the beginning. Eddie Kingston crying because he's wrestling his dad or whatever, like his wrestle dad.
It was perfect.
It was perfect. Every match was. This is the first time. I think you can put this at number 1 because every single match on this card is good. There wasn't a single stinker.
You put this over Forbidden Door?
Yeah, I had more fun at Forbidden Door.
All Out. Think about All Out 2021, Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know. I would put
Here's
it
the
under.
thing.
I'll put it under Over Revolution.
Yeah, I could even put it under. Wait, this is which Revolution is this one?
2022.
The one that we just had. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, I had more fun at Revolution too. Yeah, no. I would say this is under Revolution, but
I'm
absolutely
just saying,
go pay per view.
I'm just saying that I think
zero misses.
Zero misses are on this, and while there are higher quality matches on those other shows, I guess it's one of those things like, would you like front to back the card working all the way through? Does that, I guess,
I would say, but I just think like generally the good outweighs bad, and here it's like everything's at least good, but it maybe doesn't have the like. That was one of the best blank ever.
Like, like this is the best version of this kind of match. Yeah. You know, as much as the Death Triangle versus Elite match was great, it wasn't like I've seen better AEW matches.
And it had a schmoz finish.
All Out 2021 has the best Lucha Brothers match of all time.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
So this is it. This is our tier list.
Wow. You know, I'm really happy with this.
I think this is great. Where there's no cop-outs because only one thumbs up is, I think.
I don't see Full Gear in the GOAT. Throw it in the GOAT, folks.
It's in there. It's right there.
Is my stream? Oh, my.
It probably hasn't updated yet.
My YouTube stream a little behind.
It's coming.
Yep.
There's some latency.
I got it. Sorry, my bad.
But that is it, folks. I'm
very happy with this.
Me too. I think it looks beautiful. I might even save it. I'll give it a little screenshot, you know.
Let's share it with the people after the stream is over
and have them discuss.
Let them yell at us.
Yell at us, folks. We love you so much. Thank you so much for watching. This is Knotfest Wrestling. This is the AEW official tier list, the only one in the world. Pay-per-view.
The only one that no one else has done 2020 or has done 2019 to 2022.
This is the newest one. So enjoy it. Love it, learn it, live it. Good night, everybody. We will see you.